Welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name is Grant. I ordered this. I didn't do the Kickstarter for this, but I did order it off of the Compass Games website as they were shipping it, so that I still got the discount. I think this was about a $75 game with that discount. I think normally it's like $90. But this game is Storm of Steel, Ju-87 Stuka, Eastern Front. The game is designed by Joe Fernandez and published by Compass Games. We have kind of had a glut of these Stuka style games. I played Stuka Leader from Dan Versen Games late last year. This one came out early in 2024. And then there's another one coming from Lock and Load Publishing that I've not heard a whole lot about recently, but I think it's called Ju-87 Stuka Ace or something like that. But this is a solitaire war game, so it's going to be one of those narrative-driven style war games. Lots of chart rolling, chart flipping, and different things. Although I have not really dove into this one. I don't know everything about it. I'm just going to lead this video off with that. But here's a look at the box back. You can see the board, some counters, and then these are the different aircraft cards. Here you can see you're going to actually equip a Stuka with named pilots and gunners, or you can create your own. Then you're going to go into Operation Barbarossa and target different things. So you're going to have a series of missions that make up a campaign. You can also fly in other missions as well. For instance, Operation Winter Storm, the drive on Moscow, I think Case Blue, the offensive on Stalingrad. And you can also, it looks like, use the Ju-87G Stuka tank killer during Operation Citadel. So lots of options here. I think this is going to be a pretty cool game. The game is one of those things where you're going to pick a campaign or a scenario and you're going to play it. They can play anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the length. You can see average play time is 30 minutes to 6 hours. 6 hours would be a full campaign. 30 minutes would probably just be a scenario within that campaign. But that's one of the things I like about these games. You are going to be able to play them modularly and just play what you want to at the time, track it, keep track of it, and then come back later when you have more time. So we open the box. These are the dice sealed for freshness. Let's smell those. Just kidding. 3 6-siders, 2 white, a black, and then a black 10-sider. Kind of standard fare for these style of solitaire games. These are the cards. And these are gonna be your aircraft. Let's rip that open. Wow, that was a really hard open there. I think I hurt my finger. But here you can see the different aircraft. You have Ju-87Ds. You have multiple. So if you have 3 or 4 of those in your squad, you can see they track a whole bunch of information. I actually am really excited to see how this plays out. But you have the engine, you have your wings, port and starboard, fuel system, landing gear, the gunner crew stress, the tail, the gunner experience, the gunner and the pilot's positions there, and then you have your different payloads, your bombs. And you can see there's gonna be counters, and you're gonna track those, and as they become wounded or die, you're going to replace them. This is that tank killer, the Ju-87G. You can see it's pretty much the same, but it has cannons rather than, as compared, the payload or bombs. So that's kind of cool. But it appears there's like 7 or 8 of each of those. So you have 2 types of aircraft. And then these are a bunch of different, probably event cards. Yeah, they say event cards on the back. What did these say on the back? Yeah, these are just the aircraft type. But that really great art, by the way. I don't know if they commissioned this art, or I'll have to do a little looking into that. Kind of looks like Antonis Caritas, but I'm not sure. But anyway, these are just event cards that are going to come up, and you can see most of these are not great. You're going to come up against the ace, you're going to get rain, bad weather, have to turn around, different things that are going to happen. You got a bag of baggies. The rules are put into, which I thought was weird, and then this is kind of stuck to that. But they put it in this baggie because they have some errata. And I'm not going to go on about errata, but errata is a thing in our hobby, unfortunately. I think it's just a byproduct of the design and development process. You're going to take so many notes and change so many things over time that you're bound to make a mistake. But here it says, please note that Countersheet 2, yeah, sorry about that. Countersheet 2 was designed to be a half sheet. Oh, so there's no errata. Our manufacturing partner has provided a full sheet in every game. The counters on both halves are identical, so one set can be set aside as spare. Well, that's a kind of a lucky errata, right? We're going to get more content. This is the rule book, and there's a look at the full counter manifest there on the back. Rule book's 22 pages, but you can see nice, fairly dense text. There's a lot of text here. There's some designer notes, but how to go through the process of returning to base, taking off, maintenance, and your career, your aircraft cards, their description, the player or the board itself. There's actually a QR code here that can get you to the rules. That's kind of cool. Talks about the different counters, your loadout, your wounded, and different game pieces. Some of the missions there, how to play the game. I have seen people playing this on social media, lots of photos, and it looks amazing. So I'm very much excited about that. This is very different than DVG when they give you one sheet and you're expected to copy those. This is a mission log, and you can see there's a pad of probably 30 or so of those. So you don't have to make copies, hallelujah. Thank you, Compass Games. But you're going to track your different missions, your campaigns, the operation, the names of your pilot, and then these are just the names of your pilots and their missions here, their results, experience, and stress, and you're going to track those across your missions, so that's nice. Here are the counters, and remember they said that one of these were supposed to be a half sheet. What is going on with these really tight, compressed and packed? It's starting to drive me nuts because I feel like I can't get these open without damaging the damn thing in the process. So I don't know, maybe I'm just, but look at that. It's just, why is it that it's like vacuum sealed, vacuum packed? That seems dumb, but I'm not going to question it. Who am I? I don't know what I'm talking about. I get it. But yeah, now that I've actually got that off, we'll see if I can actually get it out. I want to show you the damn counters. I just like showing the counters. Much more difficult than that had to be, and I'm not really sure what the purpose of vacuum sealing those is. Listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I guess that's the point of life, isn't it? So this counter sheet is basically all of your different pilots and then your different aircraft counters there with some destroyed markers. You flip those over, they are single-sided. So that's what that counter sheet is, and these are very nice little counters. They are not pre-rounded, but they look like they're going to come off these sprues really well. I mean, this is almost popping out now. Just a whole bunch of different markers showing your pilot's skill level. You can see these are green. The gunner is green there. Here you have some aces, some veterans, elite. And if you flip those over, they're going to give you different DRMs. So as they get better and better, I think they get negatives, it looks like. but I could be wrong about that. And then over here, you've got all your admin markers, your damage markers, your stress markers, your target markers, mission timers. These are all admin markers. Here's some of your targets here. Those are pretty cool looking. Battleship, cruiser, submarine, supply depot, rail, bridge, armored troops, airfield, mission timer there. A few more pilots, as if you didn't have enough there. They added some more. Most of these, once again, are single-sided, which I think is pretty interesting. But these are the ones that are the extra. So it was just supposed to be a half counter sheet. You're going to end up having two. So cut that off. Maybe put these in the bottom of the box in case you ever need them. My guess is some of you are going to play this over and over and over again. And you'll probably wear those counters out. So having a complete extra set is probably a good thing. The next thing here we have are the player aids. There are 3 player aids. 2 of them are just single-sided. So this one is the how to play, goes through the different steps, your missions, some reminders here in these boxes, modifiers, etc. So those look really nice. And then this is various tables: aircraft damage table, crew stress effects table, bailout table, successful bailout table, crew individual survival table, forced landing survival table, landing table. And you'll notice they're all numbered, so C1 all the way through C10. So when you go through that sequence of play, it's going to say refer to C7. You're going to go to C7, roll, and see what that result is. So this play aid or charts and tables is a double-sided. So you've got, this is operations and mission table, bombing attack accuracy scoring table, different target tables, and these are also numbered A. So A1 through A6. And if you go on the back, you've got B1 through B3. So I do like that. I know Greg Smith, this is not a Greg Smith game, but when he did all his old sub games, they all had that type of thing. Refer to this table in this chart, and that's going to help players play that significantly. This is a huge board. It is mounted, fully mounted, so it's a very nice board. Aesthetically, really nice layout. Like the graphic approach and style here. And as it is one of these narrative-driven solo games, it's a lot about numbers and charts and tables. But up here, you can see there is the mission zone track. My guess is that this is your airfield you're taking off and landing from. You're going to have to go a certain amount of distance to get to your mission and then make it back. You're probably going to track fuel with that, is my guess. Here you have the flying circle, which gives your different port, starboard, above and below. Going to help you remember where your things are. Most of these tables that we saw here on this sheet, B1 is right there. So I guess you have an extra, although B2 does not appear to be on there. Not really sure what the reason for that is, but you have this table chart where you can find all that out. But I love solo games that put a lot of the information on the board because it makes it that much easier to play and manage. And I don't want the game to play me. I want to play the game. So it looks like this is laid out. And then here are those spaces. Let me grab your aircraft cards. Remember these aircraft cards? You're going to put that's number 3. This is number 4. And you may have whatever, 5 to 10 aircraft in a certain mission, a given mission, and you're going to track that here. So that's kind of cool. And then over here on this side of the board, crew and aircraft management charts. You've got wounded pilots, wounded gunners, so they're going to be healing, damaged aircraft and repair and replacements. I think you can see that. Available crew holding box, so you've got different people here. Replacement crews, replacement gunners. There's where your event cards are going to be held, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, it looks like the game is really laid out to basically be eminently playable. And that's one of those things in these solo games that I truly want. I want to be able to, once again, get my nose out of the book, keep my nose in the game, enjoy myself, and play it. And this looks like that's probably going to be the case. So I'm pretty excited about this one. When I saw this on, I think they did a Kickstarter, but Compass always does these Kickstarters that are kind of, the game's coming to fruition and they're just ready to go ahead and market it, and they do these Kickstarters. But I didn't get it on Kickstarter. I have gotten several of theirs on Kickstarter. They do not provide review copies for us, which is fine. But I bought it because I was kind of drooling over it, frankly. I'm just very interested in these air games. And I hope that Joe, who I know Joe's done several solo style games, I hope this one's pretty good. So there you have it. I'm going to shut up. That's 15 minutes. Storm of Steel, JU-87 Stuka, Eastern Front. Designed by Joe Fernandez, published by Compass Games. This is a solitaire-only game. Brand new 2024. I think this came out like in April. So very much looking forward to playing this. I've got to get this clipped and organized so I can play it. But definitely on my solo table. Here, I'm going to go ahead and back this camera up for you. Over there in the corner, you can see I have Manila, the Savage Streets from Revolution Games set up. I've been playing that all week and weekend, and I think I've played it 5 times now. I think I'm done with it. I understand it enough I'm going to do a playthrough video of that and then shoot a review video. Once that gets cleared off, I'm then going to play Comet from Hollandspiel, which I've already played a couple of times, but I want to play it some more. And then I'm thinking this is probably my next game, only because I'm very excited about it. So thanks for watching. I've been Grant for the Player's Aid.